welcome to our coverage right here. Sports in 60 minutes on RFL Studios. I'm Femi Farawe. I'm excited to have you join us. Loads of stuff have gone down this week. We'll take you through all the big stories and we're trying to make sense from some of the stories for this one and those yet to come this weekend. I'm Femi in the company of Francisca Nwobodo. She's right here today. Franny, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
All right.
It's great to be back again.
Okay. And based on what we heard the first time, well, encore was what was shouted, our encore. And we had to bring Drey back today. So, Drey, it's good to see you once again.
Thank you very much. Great to be here, too.
Okay. Well, he's modest as ever, and we've got all the stories for you. But at this point, let's head for a break. When we come through, we'll start off with the stories we've seen so far this week. Okay, so let's start our stories coming through from what we've seen this week. Now, loads of stuff have come through. The biggest story and one that has dominated headlines, guys, is the fact that Rodri picked up an injury at the weekend in the game against Arsenal. Automatically brought back what he said a few days before this. Players are playing too many games. It's a problem for them. FIFA has to look into it. Franny, let's start off with you because you've always been on this story about your concern. What's your take on this one? Are they playing too many games? Does this buttress the point? One, Rodri will be out until the end of the season.
End of the season.
So that's terrible for Manchester City.
Absolutely, it is. And I'm actually wondering what Pep Guardiola is going to do at the moment. And also not having the likes of Kevin De Bruyne being, consistent too. And it still brings me back to the conversation we had the very last time. I said, Prince will say, oh, it is not so much. They already know it is their profession and thereabout. But I still feel that it can be more organized. I feel they are playing too much of game. And don't forget, this same set of people, they'll play the EPL, they'll play that's their league games, Champions League. There's something called, some will have EFL Cup, FA Cup, and the likes. In La Liga,
and there's the FIFA World Club Championship at the end of this season. For me,
I think this is just too much, and I feel that it needs to be looked into. Maybe find a way to factor all of these things. But I can imagine maybe you play a Champions League game, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. By Saturday, Sunday, you are playing another game, and between that, Saturday, Sunday, you want to play another game. And if you're not playing Champions League, you are playing maybe EFL Cup or any other tournament or any other competition. So for me, definitely these players will pick up injury because you can't be doing this over and over again and you feel, you want to just, stay injury free. It is not possible. So I feel this is something that must be looked into so that we don't get our players, especially the good players. Rodri, he's been so pivotal for Manchester City. Yeah. So you can imagine out of the season, this calls for a worry for Pep Guardiola and the team.
Drey, someone has said it was dark arts Arsenal used, that it wasn't about the number of games he'd played. Arsenal, because he just came back from a thigh injury, right? Arsenal intentionally targeted him because a lot of City's play goes through Rodri. Yeah. Take Rodri out, City they will be unstable, right? And they said the dark arts is what they use. Now, we also do know that a number of Premier League clubs have complained to the authorities that Arsenal's gamemanship during games, that's trying to coin the system, wasting time and all the whatnot. Do you buy into that thought about Arsenal trying to use the dark arts, which Ateta, by the way, has denied?
Well, the thing is, I heard about the news and I was like, every team does that. That's the truth of the matter because basically, when you are playing against great team like Manchester City and you look for the kill man, so it has always been there. So it's not a new thing. But he's a very great loss to Manchester City but I expect Guardiola to figure it out because he is a coach that has plan A, B, and C. So I believe he can still cope without him because at the end of the day, you find out that this there's De Bruyne was out for some time, but Guardiola had a way to figure it out. And whosoever that's going to come in to replace him is still going to do well. So Guardiola will figure it out how to cover that replacement. Are
you still tipping Arsenal not to win the title this year by what you're saying? Because it sounds like as though you're saying Guardiola will figure it out, means Manchester City will win the title.
Yeah, they will. They will.
Okay.
Yeah, they will.
All right.
They will because, when they are complaining about this player playing this too much of game, this is the reason why you have 25 players registered. It's selfish for some managers to be using a particular player. You have younger players. when you look at some team, when they want to play other competition that is not that competitive, they they give opportunity to some players to play. But something wants to use this same player in every three days and all. That's where you have issue.
Talking about using players and all, recently, FC Como in Italy, they newly promoted, led by Cesc Fabregas. They confirmed the signing of Rafa Varane, the former Manchester United, Real Madrid, and French defender. But yesterday, shockingly, came out to announce his retirement from football. I was shocked by it because I thought Varane still had a lot to give football.
Yeah, I wasn't really shocked because if you look at his career, he has been a great player. He has achieved everything that is there to achieve. And, you know, when you look at yourself, you know your strength, you monitor yourself, you take analysis of yourself, you know there's a time for you to cut it off than you being there and being messed up by the team or the manager or whatever thing. You just cut it off. So I feel he must have analyzed all those things by himself and say, I think it's a hard time for me to resign on this level than going lower. And at the end of the day, you find out that you are no more there. So I think it's a good choice on his own part. So we can't question him.
Well, for me, it was a big shocker because at 31, I know that defenders, you know, they get to sometimes 37, 38 or whatever because they are really not doing much. All they are doing is just, you know, stay back and, you know, defend the goals and all of that. But when I saw this news, I know the likes of, what's his name, Carlos Puyol and some other, he was almost like 37, 38 before he retired. Piqué hasn't even retired, maybe from club international, but this one, he's retiring from football entirely.
No, the body, Francisca, the body.
31 years.
No, but the body can. And,
31.
no, but what do you say when I've achieved everything in football? He's won everything.
Yeah.
He's won the Champions League, numerous times Real Madrid.
But I just
he's won the La Liga. He's won the FIFA World Cup.
But I feel that he still needs to give to football.
No,
you know, the write-up and everything, I just feel is personal. I felt like, no, what is going on? Like, what really happened? It's so I need to know more because, yes, I saw the write-up where he said, you know, I've won this, I've done that, I've given this, but I still feel that he still needs to give to football.
The thing
At
is,
31, he has really not.
All right,
yeah,
let's
to really monitor.
Let's keep moving because I agree with Drey that you have to monitor your health.
Rooney is
but he has won everything.
Everything.
Once you win everything, Francisca, what's the motivation anymore? There's nothing else. Talking about winning stuff, someone who hasn't won a lot is Drey Okaisabor, the Nigerian. Franny, he's chipped in a goal finally. We've waited for him. He's already been tagged the best dribbler in Spain based on his dribbling skills. And I don't know if he's been put in comparison with Vini Jr. and Kylian Mbappe. But getting that title, great for him, and then getting a goal this week.
Yes, great for him. You know, when I was doing my research, I found out that he was among the 24th Nigeria who have actually scored in La Liga. It's just a goal, but you just mentioned he's been a great dribbler. But then you can't compare a goal to people who scored over 40 goals like Ikechukwu Kalu, Finidi George, and the likes. You know, we know a whole lot of them who scored more than one goal. First goal, well, not bad, but I want to see what he can do more.
All right, let's go over now to you, Drey, and talk about something that was in the news this week and a really divided opinion. Anthony Joshua, right? There was a lot of talk about this boxing bout, and Francisca and I, and that's why we're looking at ourselves one week, pano, because we both predicted Joshua to win. And no, you did predict Joshua.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, yes, I did. I followed you now.
Why? You know no rules.
I don't understand.
Don't you know
In fact, I know they follow you again. I'm not going to follow you again.
Follow Drey.
Because the last one I did not follow. Yes, I know I failed. Hopefully, no wahala.
So that is
but then I now felt, he has won. He won the first one. Let me follow Uno Rodo. Only for me to...
Joshua not give me this memo. They're beats. In your opinion, what should he do next?
Well, it was
Anthony Joshua. That is not Daniel Dubois.
Yeah, it's a very big shock because nobody believed that result because he trained well. But I
doesn't look like he trained because he went down 4 times. Doesn't look like he trained.
The thing is, you know, when I saw this fight, I had to go and check what Joshua was doing and this very opponent, and I found out that, you know, when you are preparing for this kind of fights, you just have to focus. You know, Joshua was more on the social media thing. Do you understand? And this opponent was just off there, just focusing. This is the fight, but I can't really tell, but I felt it was just, his mind wasn't really settled. You can see from the fight, he wasn't really there.
At 34, what can his mind be thinking of?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't know.
He has more money than he probably can finish in
Family
this
issue.
lifetime.
No, I don't
A lot
even
of
want.
things.
I don't
He's
even.
currently the biggest
You
draw
can
in
tell-
boxing in terms of
But
financial.
you can tell he wasn't 100% focused. You can tell.
Because the way that guy, the way
You
Drey,
can
the way that
tell.
guy blew
Look
up.
at it. It was just
From the first
as
round.
if
But I feel-
down as if this is just his first fight that he's having. It's just,
But I
it's a
just
surprising
feel,
one for
I
me.
just feel it was a case. I love the fact where you mentioned he felt, you talked. He was a younger boxer. That's his opponent. Was a younger
Daniel Dubois,
boxer.
yeah, 28.
So he felt by 5 rounds I should not.
But in sparring, this
But
guy
then-
has beat you.
How?
In sparring, so they sparred before.
Okay.
In time past, and this guy, and as a matter of fact, the only 2 defeats he has suffered, one of them, that's Dubois, one of them was to Usyk.
Well,
Joshua took 2 beatings from Usyk. 2 beatings. Then
well, but I see while I was watching the fight, I felt Joshua was doing more. Like his punches was
this looked a bit too slow.
but he had a punch. Like
Yeah, it did.
But by the time the guy would throw the last one, and I'm like, what really happened here? And I thought he was going to, come up and
No one knew, man.
my guy give us one style that
No one knew.
I really do not understand. But
No one
this
knew.
is really not good for his career. But he came out to say that we live to fight another day when he was being asked question and everything. But this for me isn't good. At least this is the 4th defeat in his career, back to back, and you are telling me that something is not wrong. Please, Anthony,
is wrong.
Joshua, please go and check yourself. Something is wrong. And I don't think it's also the right time for him to retire, because a lot of people are saying, it's high time for him to retire.
34.
But it is not the right time. I think he just needs to address a whole lot of things, especially when it has to do with the technicality of the fight. It's fighting.
You know how you say you don't teach an old dog new tricks? That's what I say to that Joshua cannot learn new things now. If he did not learn it before, he cannot learn it now. But we're going to break.
Why then he should go and retire now?
That would be my best option as well if I'm going to advise
Wow.
him. We've got a break on our hands right now. When we come back, Nigerian football is on the menu. And guess what? We've got the Super Eagles and the NPFL. We'll try some of those conversations coming through right here on Sports in 60 Minutes. Okay, let's say welcome back to Sports in 60 Minutes right here in Arable Studios. Femi, Drey, and Francisca. Well, let's turn over now to the Nigerian Professional Football League or Nigerian Premier Football League. The name is always confusing me.
Nigeria Professional Football
No,
League.
Nigerian Premier Football League.
Is that what it's done?
The LMC
But I
called it
still
the
see-
Nigeria. The LMC called it the Nigeria Professional Football League, and because that's a brand coined, right? From a marketing perspective, you cannot, another body cannot name it that. So now the new body, the IMC, which is so funny why they're still called the IMC, because they're the Interim Management Committee, and they've not changed their name from Interim Management Committee. Now changed it to Nigeria Premier Football League. But you know one thing, Francisca, this week was a milestone. One we probably have never seen in the NPFL. I know it's the early days, right? And for those who've covered the league will tell you that at the start of the season, away victories, they plenty, right? Because teams are not desperate yet. But one thing we saw was 4 away wins, 3 draws, no home win. Now, we can admit that there were only 7 matches played because Enyimba and Rangers were away, and then there was the flood situation, which didn't allow one other team play. But I just want to get your thoughts about it, that the implications of what we've seen from the marketing point of view. One of the stories that dominated the headline was the story around a mobile phone provider, right? Name not mentioned. They had a partnership with Enyimba for the man of the match performance. Now, the next thing the IMC did was come out on their social media page, send a letter to all the clubs, which they did a week before, but had to reiterate saying any partner must have some form of relationship with them and the club before that could work. And to be fair, I thought it made a lot of sense. It made perfect sense because you cannot just sign a deal with somebody corner. There has to be a governing body. And that governing body has said, you know what? If you're going to say the man of the match brought to you by Femi and Femi phones, those Femi and Femi phones must be registered under the league body. I can't believe that me and you are agreeing or something. We agreed.
Have you finished?
I finished.
Okay, you finished. Okay, first off, what I will say is this. Yes, I will agree to an extent where you say, there is a body governing the
Yes.
and for anything that you want to do, you have to carry the body along.
Yes.
But Femi, a situation whereby the league feels so, nonchalant, reluctant, and the team is saying, no, I have this person. I have someone who wants to come and put money on my on
Man
me.
of the match, yeah.
And you are not pulling your weight. You have to pull your weight for me to come to you. If you're not pulling your weight, there's nothing I can do. See, in the world of marketing, it is a case of I don't know anybody. If it drops, it drops.
Francisca, how do you mean by pull your weight? They already signed a
Are
deal.
they pulling? Is
Yes,
NPFL pulling their
they
own
already signed a
weight?
deal with Star Times, a TV broadcast deal.
How many times
Which
have
money?
you seen how many times have you seen the league on Star Times?
I haven't. I don't have one. I don't have a decoder.
You don't have one. Please go and get one. Go and get one.
Francisca, this
And
economy.
no, go and get one and see whether or not you will see the league on TV. Sometimes when NPFL, they come out and say, see, I'm tired of hearing,
but Francisca, what is wrong?
I'm tired
Francisca,
of hearing, hold on.
From your marketing background.
We've seen this happen.
Marketing background.
I'm going somewhere.
Okay.
We've seen this happen over and over and over again. They'll say, TV, we have to... See, at this point, we shouldn't be talking about putting our league on TV. We should have outgrown that long time ago. So don't even bring that one, it's on TV. What's that?
No, but it's also online.
What's that?
It's also online. You can stream those games.
If you say online, no problem. But you see the TV on, I'm tired of hearing that. We should have outgrown that. Ordinarily, it should be a normal thing that our league will be on TV. It is normal. So back to the Enyimba who had a sponsor. Is a sponsor for crying out, and you cannot even tell me that the sponsor does not know that Enyimba International is under Nigerian Professional Football League.
With that sponsor, carry that thing to CAF. Can they do it for Enyimba's Confederation Cup group?
It's because CAF, their head is straight small. Their head is straight small.
Francisca, today you are rude.
No, but I'm not being rude.
You say
I'm just telling you.
So you're saying that CAF head straight small. IMC, their head don't straight plenty.
I never said anything.
What did you
but
not
the
say?
truth is, marketing, you have to be very radical. And marketing, you don't have to, when you want to do something and someone is saying, we have to go through the process and the person wants to sponsor.
But they're giving you money. The IMC is sharing money for the clubs. And that's the money gotten from all the sponsorship deals. You are there, you saw all these deals signed. You've gone through some of the modalities. And I just say
to you, I'm just putting to you straight, Femi, that it is not possible that the sponsor does not know that or do not know that Enyimba is under Nigerian Professional Football. Something must have happened. Maybe we don't have the real story. Perhaps we don't have the real background of the story.
You know my challenge with you? And my challenge, this is me speaking as a personal person, but challenge with you that you will not see the IMC doing some great work, trying to clean up the league and improve the standard of Nigerian football.
I never said
that. And you are sitting down here telling me that, so if I ask you to give them a pass, score them. Francisca, score them. Score them.
IMC,
over 10.
Over 10. 4 over 10.
Francisca, you are too wicked.
I'm not saying anything exceptional.
I don't know about Francisca, the last one.
4 over 10.
The last one, you are ash.
It's not me being see.
I should give them at least 7.5. At least 7.5.
I just hope you don't come back here and say, I don't like what they're doing.
I love what the IMC are doing.
For now, because we are still starting. You've not heard... I just hope we're not going to hear that.
Go ahead, tell us.
Referee will hear that referee has been beaten.
What referee has been beaten? Did you see the story? Wait now,
how many games? Have we played up to 10?
Francisca.
We are going 38.
Francisca, did you come across the story where the Nigerian Football Federation went to have a conversation with the IG, and the IG said they applaud the NFF for football development. Did you or did you not come across that story?
I did.
So what did that make of that story? That the NFF have foresight. If the IG, Inspector General of Police, who by the way is doctor, came out to say, look, the NFF are building football in Nigeria. You've always sat down here across and saying a lot of things need to change. And I said change is a gradual process. But first, the scorecard of what they've done, that means the NFF are probably on 8 over 10. Or 9 over 10. Because I haven't seen you and this thing.
Because they've not done anything spectacular. Nothing from what the Nigerian Professional Football League used to be. Nothing.
You know what? I'm not going to leave
this. Is just
I'm not going to leave
how many. This is just how many league games. It's not even up to. Is it up to 5 or 7?
I'm not going to
is
leave,
it up to 7?
I'm not going to leave Drey out of this
So what I was saying.
Drey, I'm going to get your thoughts.
If I go carry money if I go and
When
market
you carry the money
my
for your
team,
head, for your
hold on.
shoulder,
If I
for
go
your
and
back.
market my team, and I have a sponsor, Oga, see, I am the boss, irrespective. Because do you know what Team Eyimba went through in terms of marketing?
What did they go through? Francisca, what did they go through?
Marketing their team. Do
What
you know
did
what
they
they go
market?
through?
Which market?
So,
Which market?
INC should even applaud Eyimba
For what?
and say,
For doing what?
you know what? Congratulations.
For bringing the game to
At least
disrepute. That's what they've done. Bring the game to disrepute. That means tomorrow now, all I need to go and collect is money from XYZ. And next minute I'll be saying this thing. You know what, Francis? I don't want to, because me and you, we can remove shit that's out to rough ourselves.
I didn't tell you.
But let me just go to Drey, because Drey has got thoughts coming through about the national team, right? And I mentioned the Super Eagles. Leave Nigeria problem, don't worry. Just leave us. We know what we are doing.
You hear
what we are doing.
now. Why not do the right thing?
I just mentioned that the IG, in his knowledge, have also given credit to the Nigerian Football Federation for their foresight and for what they've done, football development. And one thing, no, don't worry, there's no need to analyze that. We all agree. It's a uniform agreement that is a great thing.
Do you know what?
One of the foresights.
You know what makes me funny? He said foresight. And he's still mentioning foresight. Foresight where?
Honestly, I'm not asking you. Let me ask Drey now.
Ask him.
Let's ask Drey. Let this show move on now.
Okay, let's ask. Drey, please answer.
But now, one player they've been mooting that could come to the national team is Tosin Adarabioyo. Plays for Chelsea. You've seen his performance at Chelsea. What do you make of him with the national team?
Good for him, because I don't really have much detail about him too much. But another thing I just wanted to chip in is that I don't know what the Nigeria Football League is doing. But I can tell you from the beginning of this season, I think there's an improvement. You know, gone are the days where a team go away to another team, they'll be scared to win and go and leave that stadium alive or not fighting the player. But we can see a different result. When I checked the result, I saw more of
Rema has won all their 3 matches. So
I saw
2 have been away from home.
more of away win. And I was wondering, what are these people doing? I don't know what they did. So whatever that they are done or whatever that they are doing, they should continue. It's a very good sign to the Nigeria Football League. It's a very good sign to see that team can actually go away and win and be happy, you know, and leave the stadium.
So you know this you've said. You know, in the evening, me and you will go to the bar and take a drink, because that's what 2 gentlemen must do. You can see how we see.
3-4 seasons ago, they started like this.
Okay, let's see.
3-4 seasons ago, the league started like this. You know, the starting is always, you don't start, everything. By the time we are getting to the 20th, 25th, 30th, that's when I will now say, they've done a very great job.
Francisca, I put it to you. Francisca,
no.
I put it to you.
No.
Francisca, I put it to you that when we come to match day 30, we'll still see 3 away wins in the NPFL.
I disagree.
A time will come when this will just be a thing of the past. Let the football speak.
I disagree with you.
You know what? On that disagreement, let's go on the break.
That you and I know. We know what goes on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what goes on.
I don't know what goes on.
You don't know.
Tell me.
Okay, you are the one in charge. Okay, don't worry.
We brought a referee on this show.
Good.
We brought a referee on this show.
You don't know what goes on.
I don't know. We brought a referee on this show. Who told us? Okay. Let's go for a break.
Let's go for a break.
When we come back, we'll look through some of the football games lined up for this weekend, including games from the NPFL. All right, welcome to the third part of the show. This time we've got games we're going to preview. We're going to look through some of those action lined up for this weekend and all the excitement coming through from it. We'll also serve our predictions. And to be fair, I will always advise you, take my predictions first. They're always the most correct ones. But Drey and Francisca will also share their thoughts. We're starting off with the NPFL. Francisca, just to mention to you, and I'm starting with you because you're putting on red. The team I'm going to call for you are 2 red teams.
Eyimba.
No, Eyimba is blue.
Enugu Rangers.
Rangers won their game.
No, not the NPFL, the intercontinental level.
Leave the past.
My past determines my present.
Francisca, stay in the now. Stay in the now.
Past determines your present.
This weekend, Francisca, the unbeaten 100% record Remo Stars are playing at home to the champions, Enugu Rangers. Make your prediction, Francisca. Be careful, though, because you know that normally, Francisca, your predictions. I'm not sure you've gotten any of your predictions correct.
No,
I'm not sure.
No, I have. I have.
Oh, well, okay.
I'm very good in predicting,
Really?
except the one that happened, the last time regarding the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But any other thing, I'm very good
Anthony
at.
Joshua Ngo.
We are both on the same sync. I don't know why I even follow you. In fact, henceforth, I know they follow again. So, Remo starts against Enyimba International, Enugu Rangers. For me, I see a draw in this game. That's just what I feel.
Draw.
Yeah.
Not away win.
Not away win, no.
Draw.
I say home victory, actually. I think Remo will win this game.
It's going to be slim.
Just remember, and I've always said, I'm always the best person who predicts. So, follow no route. Abia Warriors against Kano Pillars. Drey, let's start out with you. Abia Warriors, Kano Pillars. Where will this one come through?
This is a very tough match, and but I will still go with Kano Pillars.
Kano
Away
Pillars to
from
win
home.
away from home.
Yeah.
They've not been great this season, Kano
Yeah.
They
Pillars.
haven't.
I know the Abia Warriors have also not been great,
Yeah.
and I'm a bit worried. So, I would say this will be a draw. This game will be a draw for me.
Abia Warriors want to spring a surprise, so they will win. Abia
Okay.
will win.
Niger Tornadoes against Benden Insurance. I'm picking Tornadoes to win.
Benden.
Tornadoes to win.
Point,
Tornadoes have already 2 wins away from home already this season.
Benden too, they are not doing badly as well.
Bende.
Insurance.
Benden
Bende.
Insurance.
I feel their manager spends too many time complaining
Why?
and
we've
antagonizing
been-
referees. Antagonizing journalists.
Journalist, you know what? You know the underground.
But the point about the whole thing is that guy, you can answer the question without look. And all respect to Monday DJ, he's paid his dues as a former footballer, former Flying Eagles coach. He's been there. He's taken Benden Insurance from the lower division to the top division, made them one of the best teams 2 seasons ago. But I just think it's time for them for 2.0. And if you're not getting the support from the government, and remember, there's been an election in Edo State. There's a new governor from a different party. I'll be hoping that we'll see some form of structure put in place right there before the end of the season.
I just hope because I know the party who won used to be in the other party, and to be honest, he was so vibrant with Benden Insurance. I'm talking about Paul. What's his name? Schreiber. Yes, he moved from where he used to be to the current government as we speak, that one. So, and I know he was doing very well when he was with Obaseki as to when it comes to sports, football and every other thing. So I also feel that he will still want to do the same thing now that he has moved to another party. So on that premise, I think I will give it to Benden Insurance to win.
I'm not just saying
Away
we.
from-
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Tornadoes to pick
for
up
now,
this win.
make I
Tornado
say, because
win.
you've been saying, we win, we've seen. Make I follow you.
No, but the thing is that the games that my producer shared with us for the away win, these are not the games for the away wins. Because finally, when I look through my crystal ball and I say,
What's your crystal ball saying? What? Please don't even go there.
Francisca,
Let's continue.
I got only one wrong. And Joshua
No,
deceived
just
me.
go
Joshua
there.
deceived me.
No,
Joshua deceived me.
deceived everyone.
Joshua deceived me because when they beat her, man, they beat.
And you now give us one style I don't understand. Which one is carrying your leg up? Anyways, that one has passed.
Let's go to EPM. Let's go to EPM. Drey, let's get your thoughts. Man United, Tottenham Hotspur.
Oh,
I'm seeing draw in that game.
man, you not go see draw.
Because
Tottenham go beat them away from home.
Away
Man
win for
U
Spurs.
will
Spurs concede goals for fun.
I know, but
United don't lose.
See,
United don't lose. I was about to
they've
say,
scored
as I
all
was about to say
their
United don't
goals.
lose back-to-back games. I remember that they lost
play.
Brighton and then Liverpool. But United, not to small teams. United drew to 20. They already drew. United they replaced the result. They draw with Crystal Palace.
draw.
Draw now with the top for here.
That's why I'm
And this is
telling
better
you.
than the other one.
So they are going for draw.
Lost now.
They are going for draw.
But
playing
I
at
thought always
Old
repeating
Trafford.
was twice. So I'm not going to try my best not to go raw on this conversation. Just stick to this. So you're
So
going
which
for?
are you taking
I'm taking United to win.
to win?
Yes.
Tottenham will win.
Look, you know what I love? Let me tell you
win
something. This is
away
what
from
I believe. I believe that every time God wants to send people to remove food from Eric Ten Hag's mouth,
he
He
comes back stronger.
It shows. It shows.
They really hit him in the job.
He always have a way of doing that.
Yes, and then when he now wins something at the end of the year, he will now go on the attack, which is what he did last year.
Yeah.
And then attacked. I said, look, he's the closest team to City. He has won 2 trophies in 2 seasons.
Exactly. But the thing is, Ten
That was the reason
Hag.
why they gave him that 1-year deal again.
Fine play.
The way he beat City on that.
FA
But what would you say
It
about
was surprising to
Drey,
everybody.
what would you say about his signing? Because as much as excuses can be made that the manager isn't getting the result, he's been able to bring in a few players. The goalkeeper Onana, he's brought in Martinez, he's brought in Ugarte, he's brought in loads of players, Zexi, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're still not seeing the result.
Yeah.
What's the issue?
The issue is that if you check the statistics, Man United have created more chances than any other Premiership team this season. They are right there, 70 chances. So now they have problem with the finishing. That's where their problem comes from. So they bought 2 striker. Is it 2 or 1?
Hoyland, yes, Hoyland
Yeah.
and Zexi.
But those are people, they are still not a, finished striker. They are still coming up.
Yeah.
So you can see the problem. They've already organized their central back, their midfielder, everything is okay. So now they are looking
need
at for the
their
finish. So the
No, I don't
statistic
think they've
is
organized
there.
that. That's the fact that they're benching Maguire. I'm like, why?
So
But who is Maguire?
Harry, the second most important and popular Harry.
So
Is that Harry Potter?
Harry Potter. That was how we came. Oh, Grealish. And what happened?
Francisca, so let's leave. You've made your prediction now. Chelsea Brighton, make your prediction.
Chelsea,
Chelsea with the small children.
I think for me,
And
this
they
game,
are-
this game has a
Chelsea is going to
shock.
shock people this season. I can tell you.
This game has
To
a
win the
draw
league.
over it.
No, not winning that league. They will go far. They will be there
The fire
competing for it.
you're talking about is going to be go far to win the league.
No, they will.
No, I
Because
think
right
Chelsea-
now,
I think Chelsea has got
game
the
by
sauce for
game,
top
they are
four.
improving.
Yes, I think they've got
They
sauce
are
for top
defending. They are scoring more goals. They are more organized.
I think they've got the sauce for a top 4
Maybe
finish.
I'm telling you,
The
they will
bashing
be
from Mikel
right
will be-
there with the.
But you know
top
what? You
four
know what would be funny
fighting
at
for
the end of the
title
season
too.
if Man City, Arsenal, Man United, and Chelsea finish in the top 4. Do you know what all 4 of them have got in common?
No.
The other 3, at some point, worked with Pep Guardiola.
Okay.
The other 3, because Maresca worked under him, Arteta worked under him,
Yeah.
ETH worked under him at Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
So if all 4 of them finish in the top 4, Slots is looking like, Alan Slots is looking like as if he's going to be a bad boy.
Then it tells you that there's something special about Pep Guardiola.
He's a special coach.
He's a special coach.
Everyone knows that.
Okay, so
He's
we've all
special.
agreed. I say
Chelsea.
draw for me.
Chelsea
Chelsea.
straight winning.
Chelsea.
I don't want to go with Femi this time around. I wanted to do a draw.
Chelsea straight winning.
Draw.
Don't draw.
What are you going to pick? Brighton to win. Brighton are unbeaten, by the way.
Yes, they
in
are
the
good.
Premier League.
Away from home. Brighton will win.
Okay, all right, let's leave it at that. There's the Madrid derby this weekend. Atletico Madrid against Real Madrid. No Kylian Mbappe, by the way. He's out due to an injury, but should be back for El Clasico. He's out for 3 weeks.
I can't wait for El Clasico.
I think Atletico Madrid will lose this game. Real Madrid to win it.
Yeah,
Why?
Real Madrid is winning it because for the fact that Mbappe is not even there, it gives them more stable.
Yes.
Because
Stability.
him coming in has not really worked
Destabilized,
out.
yeah.
That is it. So, because Ancelotti is just trying to see how he can fit in, how he can work, how Mbappe can work with the other player. So that have been disrupting some of their results that have not gone their way for some games now. So I feel he is not there.
So you're going to Real Madrid just as I
Yeah,
did.
Real Madrid, they will pick up.
I
the
say
win
a draw
against
here because
Atletico.
he mentioned the fact that Real Madrid, they've really not been great
Yeah, they haven't.
in the start of the season compared to what Barcelona is doing. And for Diego Simeone, at home is usually very difficult to come and, get that 3 away points, maximum points away from him.
Yeah.
So I see a draw in this game.
Okay.
He knows how to get the job done in front of his fans.
All right, so just as a result of time, let's just also mention to you that the games in the Serie A. Torino have impressed many people this season up against Lazio. There's also Empoli who have also shown this season. Empoli are doing very well, result of the season. They're up against Fiorentina. That's another game to watch out for. So the first one, Torino against Lazio. Nigeria's Fisayo Dele Bashiru features for Lazio. And for this one, David here, by the way, is in goal. And hopefully we get to see the Nigerian, if he does make an appearance. Tyrone Eboyi, if miracles do come through, we'll get to see his performance for Empoli. Let's turn very quickly and head over to the Bundesliga, and that will be our last league right here on the show. Francisca, Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen. Finally, that battle we've all been talking about has arrived.
It's here.
Where will it go? Because in quotes, both of them are rookie managers in terms of pedigree, but you cannot deny the fact that what Xabi Alonso did last year was astronomical. Unbeaten all through the season, win the title, win the domestic cup. At least it was a domestic double.
But couldn't win the Europa League.
Well, stranger things have happened. Well, what's your take in this game? They're away at Bayern, by the way. So you think Leverkusen can continue there?
Femi, this one is a tough one to call because even Vincent Kompany too, he's been great to an extent for Bayern Munich to the season. Yes, you talked about the fact that Xabi Alonso too, but with Bayer Leverkusen, he's also been spectacular. But I feel that two rookies, you know, I just want to go for a draw here. Sit on the fence and see what happens. I just want to watch good football.
Draw?
Now Bayern is taking the 3 points from here.
I like that Olise guy, you. The way the Olise guy balls.
You see,
the way that Olise guy balls.
That's just one of the reasons that have changed in Bayern. You know, when you check last season and last year, this very season against Bayern, you see that Bayern were comprised of too much German. But now, the new coach have to bring in, you know, you can't play in the Premiership. There's this aggressiveness, this English players always bring you to anything. So that's what he figured it out. He just brought those two players in and said, okay, now look at what we want to do. So I see that as an advantage for Bayern to take up the 3 point away from Leverkusen.
All right, so two of us are going for a win I'm also going for a win for Bayern. I think Leverkusen will lose. Yeah. We're going to leave you in your draw mode, and that's where you stay. Wolfsburg versus VfB Stuttgart is another game to watch out. These two teams score goals for fun. So that should be great as well to see. And we'll lecture into all the stories. We'll share our thoughts with you also in our social media platform. You can share yours with us right here on iRevel Studios, Sports in 60 Minutes. I want to say big thanks to Drey for coming through today once again. Well, Prince wasn't in, but he's done a great job. And hopefully we'll get one more encore to call on him whenever we do need. Thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you, Mr. Femi.
Great thanks as well to Francisca Nwobodo. Well, eventually we left the studio today without tearing our clothes today. Maybe we'll save it for another day when we'll continue from where we stopped.
I just hope so. I was actually waiting to see whether or not you're not going to thank me. Maybe the thanks will go to just...
No, we have to first treat this thing. Francisca, I've noticed that you've not said anything about the Super Eagles coach. You can see that we are going in the right direction.
What direction?
This conversation, will hold it off the camera. Because
when Prince is back.
Yes, because I want two of you together. And I remind you, next week we'll be predicting the Super Eagles game.
Okay.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes.
All right, so we look forward to seeing what the new manager, in terms of the interim manager, Austin Eguavon, who would call up for the national team as we build up to those two games against Libya. We'll serve you all our thoughts once those lists comes through right here on Sports in 60 Minutes. I want to say a big thank you to you for watching. I'm Femi. Have yourself a great day, everyone. We'll catch you later. Until then, stay safe. Stay safe.